Yeah, being unfamiliar with the icons and having to guess what everything is a little frustrating. A little bit. Again, it's just like 20 years of looking at the same icons, and now you have to relearn all of the same ones over again. It's a me thing, it's not a texture pack thing. I'm not knocking the texture pack, I'm frustrated because I don't know what anything is. I spend more time looking through the items of, like, I would already have stuff crafted and built and like put together and like in like fractions of a second compared to like, what's this thing? And then, coupled with being used to what everything is, like, yeah. So I should be able to make pumpkin pie. Gotta make an egg machine. Feed the bees. The feed the bees mod. Raries. The parrots and the bats. The birds and the bees. The parrots and the bats. I didn't know that was an achievement. Pollen on their butt. Yeah, the difficulty of trying to clear treetops has gone way, way up, not being able to see where the logs are. Did I get them all? Finally? Oh. Plus it's around bees and fire and fall damage. I don't want to accidentally slap one of the bees in the head and then, you know, get stung by the bees, not be able to see because of the trees, and then fall down and break my knees. Like, and then the hardcore world is over. That's kind of funny. The particles that when you break they have the enable connected texture thing on the entity. You can see like the writing on the particles when you're breaking the blocks. I wonder if that's intended, that the entities have that written on them, or if that's like an oversight or a non-updated thing, or like. They get the apple, yeah. You compost these too. Oh, you can. I've never composted them before. I always save them. I don't think you can do 2 inputs on a composter. Oh wow, you can. I mean, it doesn't make it go any faster, but I didn't know you could do 2 inputs on a composter. The spinning leaves kind of made me have a weird thought process real quick there. Was kind of reminded me of like Spyro the Dragon, those games where you'd like, you'd kill an enemy and they would explode into gems that spun around on the ground like that. Like, kind of a strange thing. Like, and this is a little bit frustrating. Like, I kind of expected to be able to grab that leaf entity, and now it's the game. On today's episode of Everything is Mildly Frustrating. And I'm gonna complain about it. Because, that's what people want to hear. I mean, no, that's the same exact background color. Is it? No, it's not. I mean, that kind of looks like it is. It's the same gray color as the background. Hmm. I don't know what anything is, and I just have to stare at it until I figure it out. Like, so I gotta build a chicken machine. Mm. Then there's that, is even if I clear the trees out of this section, this is kind of just like, none of this is really flat or even. And I would still have to build a platform to keep it on the same level of this Y level. Make just a flat platform anyway. So I may as well just connect this to over there. I also don't really have a lot of blocks. Mm-hmm. Ma. And I should probably turn the chunks down by at least one. I mean, that's 3 more chunks than I had at 5. But, like, I can feel, whoa, I can feel it lags a little bit at 10. So this should be about as much as my computer could do, to where I can see into the distance to where I won't get lost and be able to play the game at the same time. Like, meh. Man, I really don't like these trees. It kind of makes me think of like when people want to incorporate realism into a video game, but like it's something that it's probably better to where it's like, you know, doing the thing in the video game is the whole point. You know, it's easier in the video game, which is, you know, and then they always overlook like stubbing their toe. You know, like, do you ever stub your toe in real life? It's like, especially in shooting games and stuff. They're like, well, you gotta have realism in the shooting game. It's like, well, like you realize you're getting shot by bullets and stuff, right? And you're talking about realism, and you don't see the disconnect between like, you ever stub your toe? You were like, oh well, that's not the right kind of realism. So it's only the realism that you want in the way that you want it, and well, then that's not realism. Shut up. It's like I can appreciate, not just wanting to have just the one trees, but every time I see a tree in this game that isn't just like a normal tree, like a normal Minecraft tree, where it's just like, a few blocks, straight up, where you mine out the block to get underneath the tree and you mines, or not mine, but you harvest looking straight up and then the tree is gone and the leaves disappear. This makes me want to like get the flint and tinder and like burn those down. But the problem is, it's a pretty dense forest and I'm in hardcore mode. I'll probably end up burning down the entire forest. Like, and probably myself and all the stuff that I built at the same time. Like, and then, you think of like trying to chop down trees or whatever, and in reality, I mean, granted, there's probably a lower percentage of people that play Minecraft that, have operated a chainsaw and tried to chop down trees than, other games, but chopping down trees in real life is not easy. It could be difficult. Like, go back to the realism thing, is like, that's one of the things where in a video game, like, the point of the video game is that it isn't realism. It's supposed to be easier because it's a video game. But this drives me crazy. This, like, I get it. I like, it has to be this way because it's an option in the game or whatever. Like, and to not have it and only have just the one trees is like you would have to not have these kind of trees. You'd have to not have the jungle trees because, well, then it wouldn't match the easiest trees to chop down, which are just like a few blocks going straight up. Like I get it. I understand why, but I so very badly want to burn this down and not worry about burning everything else down and get a forest fire that I can't contain and then end up dying trying to contain it. Like, but the alternative is I leave it or spend iron trying to use the shears to find the logs. And it makes me mad. Like, Wonder if I could feed the bees yet. I think you're the small bee. And then there's that again. It's like, yeah, could you complain? Could you whine a little bit more? I don't think that. And then there's that too. Is like sometimes even if like whatever point the person is making is valid, you still kind of don't want to hear it. Like yeah, like it's like yeah, you make a good point, but no, like. Yeah, it might be a little too grumpy to play Minecraft. I got the animals here. I got that tree that I've been ignoring by the bees cleared. No, I think I'm gonna take a break. The parrots and the bees. Yeah, no, I'm gonna take a break here.